Oh my gosh. This is the most high octane introduction. I'm happy I'm talking over it. This you just missed a lot. You just missed a lot of craziness. I just heard J-pop to its finest. I have no idea what they said, but this is an imported game. This is Uzumami Uza Uzi. Let's just say I can't say the name and hope for the best. Strikers. It's a soccer game, okay? And we're gonna try this out. So I'm guessing Inazuma is the main character of this game. This game isn't too bad, to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna be able to tell you too much about it because I can't read Japanese, of course. But it has about 5 mini games, I believe, and you do simple things like tapping the button, and it's the usual affair. But what the game is really about is the soccer game. The soccer game, that's what you really want to care about. There's tons of characters you can choose from, and they all have wacky hair and outfits and little specials, and of course I'm going to pick the main character, because I hope he's the main character. Apparently this is a show in Japan. It's known for being like an RPG slash soccer type game, but the RPG elements are kind of taken away. Most of the time you can buy things for your character to help him in the game, make maybe some food, maybe increase his stamina right before the game starts. Talk to this sucker and see what he has to say. I can't read what he has to say, so we're not going to talk too long. Anyway, the controls are pretty easy. You can use the Wii remote in Nunchuck, you can use the Wii remote, or you can use the plastic controls. You can go through the mode and they'll tell you exactly how to play, but you can just jump right into it. You'll figure it out as you go along. And now you get to see what that little boy was so excited about. This is the main section where you pick your levels and stuff. You have your exhibition matches, single matches against the computer, up to 4 people, You have the club room, you can train your character, your creative team or whatever, go up the ranks. They have tournament modes and stuff like that, the usual for a soccer game. But look, people, we're not talking about FIFA here. This is a cartoony soccer game, and when it comes down to it, that's just the type of thing I'm into right now. A little wackiness. There's a couple of teams that are pre-set up, and they have their little stats of their own and everything. They have their little special abilities, but who they like and who they work well with. If you ever played the series of Mario Soccer that came out, I don't know what Mario's up to right now. The only thing I haven't seen Mario in too much is football, American football. But it's very similar to that, lots of specials, but each character will have a trademark move, and although a few others will be able to use the same move, we're just going to leave that alone. As you saw, you can actually just set up where you want your team to be in their spots. I feel the computer does a good job picking that out, so I'll just let them do it. There's a lot of stadiums, a lot of places to play in, and, let's pick something very devious. That looks like a scary looking place. It's a great place for kids. Great place for kids to play soccer. A nice little dark stadium with no adults, no crowds, no people. Yeah, that sounds like a Japanese cartoon. So anyway, we're gonna start it off. We got the ball first. You press the 2 button. Use your directional pad to move. You can press the B button to kind of boost characters all over there. We can actually switch our characters. The AI is pretty good at doing what it needs to do. It's good, has good defense, but offense is pretty horrible. Right there, you saw me powering up for a move. You press that, do that by pressing the 1 button. At specific times, what really matters in this game, because as you see, the controls are great, but I mean, it's very arcadey. This is what really comes down to. This game is a cartoon, anime, over-the-top craziness, and it comes down to these over-the-top specials that these characters like to do, like this. I don't know what. So, after each goal, they're going to show you a little replay of just how badly you did trying to stop them. I don't know if these kids are just seeing this stuff in their head, or if they're just playing a normal game and then they just decided to, maybe they took too much painkillers one day and they just went out to play some soccer and just started seeing stuff, and they just went with it. They just said, let's do this every time we play. There's no one watching, I guess, so let's see what this guy's gonna do to me. Yeah, picking on the little guy, huh? That's why you get stolen. So this guy's gonna cheat a little bit with his little double attack and kick. The rules are here, but they're not as exact as FIFA, and I keep comparing it to FIFA just because if you're a gamer who's looking for a substitute for that game, you're not going to go here, you're going to go somewhere else. This is just for people who just want to have fun. They don't really care too much about specifics of how to play football. And I say that because this is also a European game, so we're talking about soccer here for Americans. The graphics are just cartoony, and it works with what it's worth. Like I always say, don't go over the top if you don't need to. I believe these graphics work very well. It doesn't really push the Wii, but it's good enough. I don't think you can really hold back for the cartoony look it has. It's like a cell shaded mixed with a 3D environment. The stadiums need a little work though. Music is there. I can't really tell what the announcer's saying, so it doesn't really matter to me. You can substitute, see all your players, how they're doing in between games. Rounds. And like I said, if you like what you see, if you like what you see, all these little power-ups and these weird abilities, and you should go for it. I can't really give a definite review on this game because it's in Japanese. I don't really know too much of what's going on. But it's a soccer game, and it's wacky, it's over the top. If this is what you're into, it's worth a try. I think you can have a few good weeks with it. It's a fun game. You have a ton of friends over. All these little specials, they do wear after a while because you get to see a lot of them eventually. But there's really some great looking ones you can gain later on with new characters and things to unlock. So, as always, the reviewcell.web.com. I would say, try the game out. If you can find it for a cheap price, try it out. Otherwise, maybe it's a skip. It has RPG elements, and it's a soccer game. What more can you want?